Making bitters is pretty easy. We're going to start with our high proof whiskey, and I'm going to pour a couple cups into my jar. To that, I'm going to add some fresh orange zest. Be sure you always use nice, fresh, and well scrubbed oranges. You want to be sure that you don't have any kind of residue left on the outside that would affect the taste of what you're working on. Now that we have our fresh, vibrant orange zest in, I'm going to add a little bit of that dried orange peel as well, just a couple tablespoons. We're also going to balance that kind of sweetness of the orange peel with a little bit of acidic lemon peel, about a tablespoon. And I'm going to toss in a cinnamon stick, a nice star anise, and a little bit of whole allspice. Now we're getting into our wood chips, so we're going to throw in just 4 pieces of wood chips. And then we're starting with the bittering agents, about a half teaspoon of our cinchona bark, and then also about a half teaspoon of the wild cherry bark. And then we're going to put the lid back on, and this will go into a dark pantry for 2 weeks. It needs time for those flavors to really come through. You want to take the jar out every day and give it a little shake so you get those ingredients really mixing in. Now it's time to strain out all of those wonderful flavors. So you need a strainer with some cheesecloth, and you just want to pour that liquid through. We're going to empty the solids into a saucepan and then add a cup of water and 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. Turn the heat on to medium-high and simmer until that sugar dissolves and melts away. After the sugar has dissolved, let the liquid cool to room temperature, and then we're going to coax it all back into the original jar that we did the first infusion in. We'll close this up. It'll go into the pantry for another week. Now it's time to strain off the infused water, and that's going to go right back in the jar with the original bourbon infusion. We're going to put a lid on this, store it again for 3 to 4 days. Last step, transfer your bitters to these little dark tincture bottles. You get about 6 in this batch. They last for up to a year. They're wonderful added to sparkling water or cocktails. You can even mix them into baking, and they make great gifts too. Cheers!